So, guys, the new year starts this week. And do you have any New Year's resolutions yourselves?
Are we talking for the teams or just for like us?
No, for you. For you. You, Phil.
Just to stay disciplined and keep going to the gym and really stay on that grind. That would be my big.
You don't want to lose too much. You turn sideways, we lose you then.
Get the hell out of here. No, I you know what? I want to get a little more muscle and bulk up a bit. I mean, I've noticed the cuts in my arms and stuff now, and the gut that I had is completely almost disappeared. I have a neck, as you can see, unlike in other past videos. You couldn't really see my neck. It looked like I had a triple chin at times. But yeah, I want to continue to really get back and really get into better shape and maybe even bulk up just a little bit.
I would love to double our subscriber count. That's because most of my goals are related to this and the YouTube channels. But Anthony, quickly with yours.
I really don't have much for myself, but I would say.
Oh no, we're going to get to the NHL ones right now. I was just wondering.
Hopefully, to cover the NHL All-Star game.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that, and I can't wait till we're going to do that. So, first, going around the local teams, the New York Rangers and the New York Islanders. We'll start with the Rangers first, Phil. What is your New Year's resolution for the New York Rangers?
I have a couple. Get rid of Patrick Nemeth. Get a right wing.
Okay.
Simple.
Yeah, that's nice and simple. I would say show starting tonight. Don't wait till the New Year's. Starting tonight, show all these elite teams that you're for real. And that I've said it before, I'll say it again. The Islanders season sort of tumbled out of control when they did the Florida trip. And a lot of teams are dreading the Florida trip right now because right now you have two great teams that are down there. But Florida's starting to calm down a little bit. Igor Shesterkin's back. This team can really make a statement today. And I think it's Friday they're playing Tampa, that they can really belong there. So, Anthony, what's your New Year's resolution for the New York Rangers?
I have one. I thought of one for the Coyotes. Their New Year's resolution is to find a long-term home for themselves, because right now it seems like they're certainly up in the air there.
Well, we're going to be going around the rest of the league in a second.
For the Rangers, I think you got to say make the playoffs. They haven't been there a couple of years. So, your fan base is clamoring to get back there. They had a great, first 30-something games of the season. So, hopefully all this stop and start play doesn't affect them negatively, and they can keep moving forward and, lock down a playoff spot. All
right. So I'm going to go right back to you, Anthony. This is going to be for the Islanders, though, not the Coyotes. So what do you got for the Islanders?
I think their New Year's resolution just simply has to be try and at least get back in the playoff race. I know you got to take it one day at a time with the hole they're in, but I think they're 11 points behind Detroit for the last wild card spot. They do have, games in hand, but they just got to chip away at that. Win, like I said, I've been talking about it for a while now. Get on a stretch, where you win 6-7 in a row, or 8 out of 10, and just try to get back in it. But I think that's got to be their New Year's resolution, to at least get back, give themselves a fighting chance.
Phil.
For the Islanders, I would say just get through the rest of this season healthy. And if you miss the playoffs, if I were them, I would want to be in the lottery. If you have this team and you could get someone like a Shane Wright, a Matt Savoy, or a Brad Lambert in this draft, and you end up coming back next season, maybe you bring him on. Maybe you bring one of those guys on as a rookie if they're ready. God forbid Barry Trotz actually gives them the minutes to actually prove anything. That's going to be the big issue. But if you get into the lottery and get one of those guys in this draft, and then you come back next season with some additions, that Islander team looks that much more dangerous going forward. So I would want to, if I were them, I would want to tank out, and I would just say, hey, you know what? It's not our year. let's get the best player we can get in this draft. And
I'm gonna go with for them. Get younger, get faster.
yeah,
They are step slow, and you know something. There was a guy that predicted back in the summer. I actually am going to find the footage and put it in the cut version of this video. Mr. Anthony LaRocco down there saying they got rid of Nick Leddy, but who are you going to replace him with? They got rid of Nick Leddy, and then they got a traffic cone in Zdeno Chara. And again, I'm nothing against Zdeno Chara. You're not Nick Leddy skating wise. So, and you know something? Maybe it's time you play Bellows. Maybe it's time that you move Wallstrom up. Maybe it's time you do all these other things. You don't have to stick with the same formula, but whatever it is, they got to figure out their formula. If you get it and you get it next year and they end up surging and making a run and falling short, fine. That's what it is. But this team was supposed to be competing for a Stanley Cup. I had them losing in the Stanley Cup finals, and they're not going to be there. So I could say that. Let's go around the league. So, Phil, do you have some New Year's resolutions for teams not the Arizona Coyotes?
Do I have to do one for each team?
Oh, no, just go ahead. Just what do you got on the top of your head?
Las Vegas, just get Jack Eichel back and get ready for the playoffs.
You know what? I'm going to stick with Vegas, and then I'm going to ask Anthony for his. How about Vegas? Put up or shut up. I'm tired of you guys all the time talking about how your goal is to win the Stanley Cup, and then you end up getting the 4th seed Montreal Canadiens and just completely, to use an English word, shite the bed. Just do it! Anthony.
Toronto Maple Leafs win a playoff round.
How did I know that was coming?
Maple Leafs can win a round.
I mean, we talked about it in the offseason, and if this team fails to win a round again, I mean, at what point does Dubas get the can, or at what point do they look to move one of their big 4 players, if you will? Yeah, I know Morgan Riley was set to be a UFA, but they re-signed him, which added another high cap hit to their already team of Nylander, Marner, Tavares. So I would say, yeah, if they lose in the first round again, I'm betting right now Dubas is either fired or they move someone like Nylander or Marner. Don't think it would be Tavares because of his contract and age, and they're not moving Matthews anywhere. But yeah, they would have to do something at that point.
No matter what the Steve Dangle podcast had, because they had Tavares getting traded to Detroit or something like that, and at least rebuild. That ain't happening. Florida Panthers, show you're better than just being the other Florida team. Come on out of the bracket. Why not? They can do it. They're good.
Detroit Red Wings, make the playoffs and start making strides towards being one of the big boys.
That team could be scary in about another year.
Just remember, they have Moritz Seider already, but someone on Team Sweden was looking really good for them in the World Juniors before it got shut down. And that's Simon Edvinsson. And Simon Edvinsson, I call me crazy, but there is a good shot that he has a better NHL career than Owen Power.
Wow.
He is a tremendous skater, and the offense is a lot. There's a lot more offense to Edvinsson than people ever thought there would be. And that same thing happened with Moritz Seider. Moritz Seider, nobody thought that he was worth a 6 overall pick. Now this guy looks like a future Norris winner.
Yeah. I mean, I got him on 2 fantasy teams. I love it. I love having him. Anthony.
Let's see, the Coyotes. I guess if I had to pick one more, I would say the Colorado Avalanche take the next step. I mean, they've been talked about for the last couple of years now. They're a high octane team. Everyone, I would say the last 2 years or so, people picked them to kind of go all the way to the finals. They have that talent. You got to put it together. I mean, it's not like the Maple Leafs where if they don't, they need to make massive changes. But they do need to take that next step and, get to the Stanley Cup finals and compete for a cup. Because, like I said, they have the talent to do it.
Phil, do you got another one?
Yeah, I got another one. Dallas Stars. Are you all in or are you going to rebuild? Because they look like they're going to miss the playoffs. And honestly, I would look at trading Tyler Seguin if they can move Tyler Seguin in that contract. Nobody's going to take Jamie Benn. I can tell you that right now. But Dallas definitely needs to make a decision on whether they're going to go all in or whether they're going to rebuild. So
I'm going to go with what Sean just said right here. Speaking about teams that need to win a round in the playoffs, New Year's resolution for the Oilers: continue oiling, trade the McDavid to the Rangers. You know what? Yeah, please. I take him right now. But the Oilers got to win a round. They got to win a round in the playoffs. How are they going to do that right now? The 8th seed in the West, and I still don't exactly see the team that they're beating. But then again, they shouldn't be losing this way. So maybe find goaltending. How about this? Find a goaltender. Actually get a goaltender that's not my age. So it's just go win some games. We're looking to see if anybody had any other ones, but what do you guys think about our New Year's resolutions for the NHL? And by the way, how good is Phil looking since he lost all that weight? So throw it all down in the comments below. Leave us a like, share, and subscribe. If you like that video, we got a lot more. So check out any of these that are right over here. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Your ideas are intriguing to me, and I wish to subscribe to your newsletter.